Yes, sir. What's poppin', good people? It's your boy, the boy, Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. This time we'll be speaking on Blood of the Dawnwalker and recent updates regarding performance issues or performance targets, as it were. They had recently posted, as of the last couple days, how a certain mode, 60 FPS, would be missing for day one. And 30 and 40 is cool. It's cool, but people did lift their voices and let their voices be heard regarding, the lack of 60 and how that would be unacceptable. And to be quite honest with you, I agree, man. We this late in the generation, and it being so few games that don't have 60, for these people to pop out with a fresh new IP, fresh game, fresh, hot and ready, like a little seed, and not offer that, it is a step back. It is a step back. Now, I wasn't going to rip them to shreds for it, because in all actuality, I did at the time believe that it would be something that would be coming, along with various other fixes and updates. And also, it wasn't a game it's not a game that I will be able to get to day one. I'm super behind on my schedule as far as games to be beaten by the time the next game comes out. I'm just not beating them fast enough. And I'm not going to rush through a game. Just putting that out there. I'm not going to rush through a game. I'm going to take my time and enjoy it for what it is. And after I finish it, then I move on to the next one in sequence. So it would be looking like I wouldn't even get to this game until like a week and a half, 2 weeks after its release. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, whatever fixes and issues would be already taken care of by then. So it really wasn't anything for me to really speak out about. But I did, retweet certain stuff. And, if an individual did bring it up in a conversation, I would speak to it. It's just something that, I figured would be addressed when I seen it. But the one thing that did pop into my mind was with the pedigree of with where these individuals have hailed from, which is CDPR. That is a studio who have not really nailed or stuck the landing day one performance wise with their games. Witcher 3 had issues, obviously. Cyberpunk 2077 had its issues, and I think a lot of that could have been avoided had they just released and focused on PC, then focused on console. Look, I'm a console guy, but at the same time, I do believe that there is a such thing as a PC first developer. And I do believe that CDPR is a PC first developer. And with these individuals trickling off from that dev, it would stand to reason that these individuals are also a PC first developer. So it would then make sense, especially with the size that they are, nowhere near the size of CDPR. They would have focused on the PC first, get that running buttery, then build for the console, not build for, but update for the console and get that running buttery. So at the end of the day, the customer would get the most crispest of products day one, that they're available that they're made available for the individual to purchase. So, one thing that news did do is kind of snap me back into a reality where, like, hold up. If 60 wasn't going to be available at day one, then surely this game would also not be polished day one, because that 60 is it's like, it should be like understood. It's happening. That's what it is. It shouldn't have been no question that it would have had that it was going to have a 60. And of course, moving forward now to today, it very well will have that at launch. I think they kind of jumped the gun on speaking too early, because they didn't believe that it would be ready in time. So they wanted to get ahead of it and be a little bit transparent and go ahead and say that, when they probably should have just not said anything in the first place and waited till today and put that information out there for people to, watch, because they did it in video form. They have the different things running in sequence, so you can see the different modes from the base PS5, and then you also see the modes on the Pro. Then you also see the modes for the Series S, and you also see the modes for the X. And them doing it that way, it also makes me wonder if it's something that they spent all weekend on, and if it really was worth the negative feedback for saying what they said previously to then have this ready to give to the people today. You know what I mean? Like, how far along were they, and what was it actually looking like to cause them to put out those previous numbers? You know what I'm saying? Because they made that announcement. Mere days later, they had a video made showcasing the different modes. I don't know. You know, I really don't know. But they seem to have got it figured out. Hopefully, it is performant come day one for all these systems that they showcased. PC, you ain't really got to worry about. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, they are a PC first developer. Sure enough, it's gonna do everything you need to do over there. Because even on PC, there was no limitations. You know what I'm saying, about which, and obviously it wouldn't be anyway. Let's keep it all the way true. They're gonna be able to do what they want to do, tune whatever settings, and have all the fun they want to have over there on PC, which is all well and good. You know, people figure it out. They'll turn this down, turn that up, tune this, tune that, and then of course, obviously, you have your patches. You're gonna have your patches. Day 1, day 3, week 2, it's gonna be patches. You get what I'm saying? So even if you're not able to get to it day 1, it might behoove an individual to just wait to even purchase it. You get what I mean? Cause no need in going ahead and buying the game you're not gonna really get to dive off into right then, unless you want to just jump in and check it out. Of course, if you just want to jump in and check it out, do your thing. You know what I mean? Do what you want to do. But you know, if you want to wait, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a personal thing with me, as far as, you know, really looking at the track record of the individuals and seeing how they go about releasing the game, and then at what state is that game in upon release, and is there a pattern to be followed as far as issues or not. You get what I mean? So knowing the track record, and you know, I'm not gonna just jump out the window and put everything down to play the game, when more than likely it's not going to be as performant as it should be day 1. You know, and that's not me being negative, that's just me being real. That's just me being real. In the field. That's all I got for you right now. I ain't gonna drag it on no longer. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe if you want to. Catch me every Tuesday on the Big Homie Wood Trip FJP channel. Catch me every Saturday on my own personal podcast, GG or Die, living in AM. Catch you outside next one.